Answer, it's your turn. Okay. Do I have the right decks? Hmm. Do you think of me like I dream of you? Oh, old breeder song from the 90s. Do you wish you were here like I wish I was with you? You loved me before. Do you love me now? Does love ever end when two hearts are torn away? Or does it go on and beat stronger anyway? You loved me before. Do you love me now? I think there's a part of you that will always love them, and maybe a small part of you wishes that it wasn't over, but you understand that it's over, and I don't think that you wonder enough about how they feel to actually reach out to them, because I feel like you already know it's a lost cause or it's impossible. So if you're feeling nostalgic for a past relationship, it's best to reorient that focus and maybe just surround yourself with a friend group that you know you can trust, or a community or family. It's something that you've already overcome and you let it go. You had to. Or you are this week, you're letting it go. So if it's something about the holidays that triggers you back into those feelings or those emotions come up, let me see what to do with B in reverse. Hold on, let me get this other deck. So, hold on, let me, before I say that. Okay. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Yeah, let that go forever and ever and ever, because this is a brand new start for you. So you need like brand new, brand new. So not just not letting them back in your life, but understanding that you couldn't get this gift from the universe or this reward or this glow up or this judgment or something. But the Empress, the Hierophant, the Ace of Wands, and the Fool. So you let the impossible go. And for that, you're going to be rewarded with a chance to take a leap of faith and do something really new and really exciting that makes you feel beautiful and fertile and productive and receptive to gifts from the universe. Or it could be just finding the one that is your forever person that you can make a commitment with, like a traditional marriage. I choose you, you choose me. There's no third party, there's no cheating, there's no karmics, there's no like secretly competing with each other. It's not about money. So that's got to be what you were dealing with in the past. Maybe you didn't realize it, but what you had to let go was this person had a lot of vices. I think the devil, they really like to play in, like if this was Pinocchio, you know, where they go to the, what's that, like Carnival Land where they turn into donkeys, where they can do everything they want, you know, and like hurt people and break glass and just be complete asses. That person never really transitioned out of that archetype. And if you were ever there with them, it was more their influence than maybe you realize, and with them out of it, you feel like you can breathe again. Well, I don't think that you ever would have been able to truly express yourself and truly express who you are and your wildness and how incredible you are. You defy gravity. You're completely unique. You're a renegade. You have to be a renegade. Like, you may be very soft-hearted and romantic at heart, but you're also pragmatic and realistic. And at this point, you know yourself because you've been broken down and you've had to rebuild yourself in your life so many times that at this point, you're not relying on anybody else for stability or support. If you have any Taurus in your chart, check out the Taurus reading about coming from a family where your father and mother is well known and you have to make a name for yourself, and then you reunite and you can build upon the foundation that you already created for yourself that can never be taken away because you did it yourself. And now you get to meet the love of your life and have the commitment that this person would never give you. They were only ever really committed to their own independence, wealth, and happiness. So even if you thought you were planning and building together, they were really only ever planning and building for themselves. And if they had to wear a mask and tell you what you wanted to hear, they would do that. So what's the illusion in that situation that you had to overcome to move forward and let it go so you could move forward with grace and dignity with your chin held high? Rising star. The star is not closer to the top of the triangle than the bottom. It only looks it. Okay, so it could be that maybe if you're both very talented or gifted or creative, you thought that working together would get you both to the top or a pinnacle of success. Like if you were an actor and maybe they were, you thought that maybe because of networking or their connections, that it would be smarter for you, or you would be more successful with them in your life. Just literally like you needed them to get to the top of where you're sitting on top of the world and you feel successful. But the truth is, you were, the way that people see you is kind of maybe above them. Or you were just as close to the top as them. Like they made it seem like you needed them. But the truth of the matter is, they needed you. And that's why they never showed up to be truly supportive in ways that were outside of having fun or showing up for the good times. It's like nobody knows you when you're down and out. I'll put a link to that song. It's mighty strange without a doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. Right? Dotty figure. There's someone lurking in these dots. If you can't see who it is, try moving the image away from you. Oh, and it's Marilyn Monroe. Ha! Marilyn Monroe. Okay. So that could be seen as Venus herself. So your true beauty hasn't been revealed yet because this person conveniently suppressed it. It's like they're the kind of person that would step on your neck to further their own career or their own cause, or be seen in a better light as you. That's the kind of person that would smile to your face and stab you in the back while sleeping next to you at night when they felt like it. That's what I'm getting. So congratulations for getting away from that. It was never going to support you. They never really intended to. They were like, you support me, yeah? And that was the end of that process. Okay. So if this is happening this week, you let it go. This is you rising from the ashes and leaving any sort of codependent archetype so you can get this new start where you're feeling inspired again. So it's the beginning of a new project. It's the birth of a child. It's the marriage, the commitment, the white picket fence, the getting pregnant, and the stability and the support for you if it's not a child. To be as creative and unique. You know, you disrupt the old guard. You shake things up. You rock the boat. And that old person wouldn't have stood for it because it might mean that someday they don't get a part or a call or a something. So it was a blessing in disguise and you're way better off without them. And if there's any lingering, I wonder if you still love me. Don't even wonder. Let that go. Give yourself 2 songs of nostalgia and then cut it off and move on. Take a leap of faith. Go somewhere new. But this is absolutely the beginning. Ace of Wands, the Fool, the Empress, the Hierophant. Where you're in control, but you're also receptive to co-creating with the universe. So, if there was any part of you that was feeling small or unworthy or ugly or alienated, it might have had a lot more to do with that person that was not your soulmate. And you know that now. So you're breaking away from old cycles. And if there was any intrusive thoughts there, it's because they might be trying to project themselves back in your life because they know you're clairvoyant and they know you're probably empathic, something like that. Block it all out. Don't look back. Get rid of anything they gave you. Anything that triggers you back into that nostalgia, you let yourself feel it for a minute and you let it go. Because they're stuck in the old paradigm. So, the roads have diverged in the woods and you took the road less traveled and they didn't have the courage to do that. So congratulations. And it could have been that you had to break away from like a radicalized perspective that they were unwilling to break out of, that kept them in a cycle of either fear or aggression. So you're choosing freedom and you're choosing peace. And that's what you're going to get. So hang in there. The best is yet to come. Bye-bye.